Hello, welcome to lesson 9.1, Intro to Circles. So our new unit is circles. So first we have to describe the parts of circles. There is a whole bunch here that we're going to go over. So go ahead and grab a highlighter and let's look over these parts of circles. So first is the center. So the center is that dot in the middle. It's equidistant from any point on the given circle. So hopefully we know what the center is. And now radius, this should also be a review. Radius is that line segment that goes from the center to any point. So about halfway through the circle, or not about, it is halfway through the circle, halfway through the diameter of the circle, which is actually down here. So let's go ahead and do that. Diameter is basically going from end to end. So diameter is the whole thing. Whoops. There we go. And so diameter is the whole thing across the circle. Radius is halfway across the circle. And now a chord is a segment that connects any 2 points on a given circle. So a chord would, like a diameter is a chord, but a chord doesn't have to go to the center. Diameter does have to go to the center. So a chord could be any line or any segment, that goes, from one edge to the other. And now over here we have our central angle. So that is basically an angle whose vertex is at the center. So the central angle would be like this part right here. And then an inscribed angle would be an angle whose vertex lies on the given circle. So at central angle, the vertex is in the middle. Inscribed, the vertex is on the actual outside, the circumference of the circle. And now a secant is a line, ray, or segment that intersects a given circle at more than one point. So a secant is basically going through the circle. And then a tangent is a line, ray, or segment that intersects a given circle at only one point. So it's basically just like skimming it, not going through it. Secant is going through it. Tangent is just touching it. All right, so let's look at example number 1. So which of the segments is a diameter? So diameters, there's actually 2 circles here. So there's 2 diameters. There is JB. And if you remember from way back in the beginning of the year, we name line segments with the 2 endpoints and then like a little line above it. So JB or BJ, and also NS is also a diameter, NS or SN. So which of the lines is a tangent? A tangent, again, only like touches the circle, does not go through it. So that would be this line here, which is GU. And which lines is a secant? So which line is going all the way through the circle? And that would be JB or JS, however you want to name it. Same at JS. Okay, so now you're going to try, and I actually just realized down here that try it. It says which of the segments is a chord and not a radius. A radius, sorry, is not a chord. I did not word that very well. So down here is which of the segments is a chord, but like not a diameter. So basically just what's going from one edge to the other. And you're also going to say which of the segments is a radius and which of the points is the center. So go ahead and try those now. All right, so the radius is going to be, so there's a few of them, right? There's actually 4. So JO would be 1. OB is 1. NP is 1. And PS is 1. So again, radius is going from the center to the outside edge. It's kind of like halfway, or I keep saying kind of, it is halfway across the diameter. Okay, so which of the segments is a chord and not a diameter? That's what I meant to say. So the chord would be BG or GB. It's going from the edge to the edge. It's not going to the center, so it's GB.
Mr. Harrison, please down 4102. Mr. Harrison, 4102. Thank you.
And then which of the points is the center? So O is the center, and also P is the center. All right, so that is the parts of the circle portion. Now we're going to go into naming minor arcs and major arcs. So a central, so we actually already talked about this, but a central angle is basically the angle whose vertex is in the center. An arc is a portion of the circle circumference. And then a minor arc is less than 180 degrees and is equal to the central angle. So like this central angle ACB here is going to be equal to this arc here. Okay, like see how it's opening to make this arc here. So the minor arc is less than 180 and it's equal to the central angle. This is all important, and it's also named by the endpoints. There are 2 letters. Now if you can change the color, because now we have the major arc, and the major arc is greater than 180, and it's named by its endpoints and a point on the arc. So AB, right, is less than 180. If we went the other way, right, see how this is greater than 180? And we're starting at A, we're passing D, and we're ending at B. So that's why it's going to be called ADB. As long as you start at A, end with B, and just name any point that's along the way. That's how you name the major arc, okay? And we'll highlight, it's named by its endpoints and a point on the arc, 3 letters. And let's actually highlight this. Let me actually go back. And there we go. It's a lot of highlighting, I know, but hopefully, once you practice, it'll make more sense. Let's look at example. The other ones actually weren't numbered, so this starts with number 1. So name the arc made by the given angle. So angle IQJ, okay? So what is this arc named by IQJ? That would be this arc right here, IJ. We put a little swoop over it, right? This is the central, here, I'll go ahead and just outline it. This is the angle we're talking about, right? This angle right here. So it forms this arc over here. So IJ. And let's do another one. So major arc for RQS. So RQS, so this angle here. But this time it's the major arc, so it's not going the shorter way, it's going the longer way. So we're starting at R, we're passing U and T, so you can choose either one, and we're ending at S. So our major arc is R, we're passing U or T, let's use U, and we're ending at S, and we put a swoop over it. So go ahead and pause the video and try, I know this is not numbered very well, but try 2 and 4 on your own. All right, so it says name the arc made by the given angle. The angle is XQV. So this angle here, we want to name this arc here. So it's just XV. And now the major arc for IQJ, this one right here. So the major arc would be going the long way. So start at I, we're passing H and G, and we're ending at J. So it's I, H, you could have put G, and then J. All right, again, major arc is 3 letters because it's the long way. So it's where you start, just one other point that you pass along the way, and then where you end, those 3 letters, okay? And if it's the short way, it's just the 2, just where you start, where you end. All right, so our last part is, and this is actually back to what we highlighted up here, is that the minor arc is equal to the central angle. So this part is really, really simple. It's just equal. So if my central angle is 60, what is the arc measure? It's 60. If this arc is 115, what's the central angle? 115. They are equal to the same. So go ahead and pause the video, try 6 and 8. All right, and hopefully you got 136 and 131. So very simple. All right, so if you have any questions on how to label the parts of a circle, again, I would just use your notes here, keep looking at those to answer the questions. And then again, for the naming and the measures, if you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, go ahead and try the practice, and I will see you in the next lesson. Bye.